Hello, welcome to Spurred On. I'm Rhys James. Thank you for having me. Now, if you're a Spurs fan, you've got to be ready for any kind of surprises. You've got to be able to roll with the punches. You've got to expect the Pochettino. I gotcha. So what I thought I'd do is go through my top 5 of the surprising Spurs moments that have happened, things that have happened at or involving Spurs that have come as a real shock. So this is my top 5 Spurs surprises. And at number 5, Edgar Davids signing for Spurs. That was a shock. Inter Milan terminated his contract early, then he came to us under Martin Jol on a free transfer. He shored up the midfield, taught us forever how to be strong in the middle. The sunglassed Edgar Davids then gave us an even further curveball by becoming player manager of Barnet. Unbelievable. What a legend. Number 4, Danny Rose's debut. Now, at the time, Danny Rose was a player that none of us knew anything about. We'd maybe seen him a couple of times, didn't know what he was about, who he was. Then suddenly, he gets picked in a derby against Arsenal in left midfield. Absolute curveball, no one saw that coming. Then, suddenly, after 10 minutes, he scores an absolute champagne master blaster on the volley. Absolute banger past Szczesny, one of the best goals ever. And then we hear nothing from him again until he goes on loan to Sunderland and then returns to usurp my boy, Benny Asuakoto. Number 3, Harry Kane. Now, we take Kane for granted these days, but once upon a time, Harry Kane was just a glint in the eye of a plucky Tim Sherwood, who gave Harry Kane his Premier League debut in 2014 against Sunderland. That was his first Premier League start ever. And he was always a great player to have around Harry Kane. Great player off the bench. He was a real trier, but no one expected him to become the main man that he is now quite so quickly. You know, scoring for England, Young Player of the Year, 31 goals in a season. Bobby Soldado, we owe you our lives. You may not know it, but you gave us Harry Kane. Number 2, Gareth Bale. Little Gareth Bale. Humble little Welsh left-back Gareth Bale, who used to look like this. There is hope for me yet. Gareth Bale, he was terrible, right? He was a little weakling left-back who used to roll around in training so much. Apparently Harry Redknapp told the physios to stop going over to him to help him, right? He was nothing. We got close to selling him. He was just a little left-back. Then suddenly, Harry Redknapp bumps him up to left midfield. Next thing you know, he's quality. Cut to the San Siro, Inter Milan, taxi for Maicon, cut back to White Hart Lane, taxi for Maicon again. He's smashing it. He's doing everything. Hat tricks everywhere. He's amazing. Next thing you know, AVB comes in, bumps him up to centre forward. He starts juicing, gets muscular, cuts his hair. 84 million. He's gone to Real Madrid, one of the best players in the world. Oh my God, where did that come from? And in at number 1, Redknapp sacked. It may be hard to imagine a world without Mauricio Pochettino now, but once upon a time, the universe was rocked by the shock news that Spurs had sacked a manager who had got them 4th place 2 years out of 3. I know. Yes, he was a geezer. Yes, he was being investigated for tax fraud. Yes, he openly courted for the England job right under Daniel Levy's nose. But somehow, Harry Redknapp had done just enough for Spurs that we were still absolutely stunned and surprised by the news of his sacking. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 Spurs surprises. There are thousands of these, so feel free to leave any other examples in the comments if you can think of them. Obviously, honourable mention goes to Jermaine Defoe, the Cisco years. That was a big surprise for me. Did not expect that hair colour on that man. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a like and follow us on Twitter at SpurredOnTV. I'm Rhys James. See you soon.
And this week we are doing top 5 most loved Spurs keepers. Save me, save me, save me. In at number 5 is